Hello and welcome to AK Photo Reviews, and today we'll be taking a look at a comparison between the Suzuki Alto 660 versus the Toyota Passo. We'll be finding out which one is a better buy. So these are vehicles that are meant for city driving. They are light, so they are not meant for high speeds or highway driving. So let's move straight to the point, and the first aspect that we'll be looking at is the price. Both of these models are 2012 models. So for the Suzuki Alto, you're looking at around 500,000, and for the Passo, you're looking at around 550,000 shillings. Of course, this depends on the mileage, the specifications, and the overall condition of the vehicle. Moving on to the engine options, for the Suzuki Alto, it comes with a 660cc 3-cylinder engine, while the Toyota Passo comes with two options. So the first one is a 1-liter engine, the other one is a 1.3-liter engine. You can get either of these engines with 3 cylinders or 4 cylinders. So we can see here that the Passo has bigger engine options compared to the Suzuki Alto. Moving on to the gearbox, the Suzuki Alto comes with 3 options for the gearbox. That's a 5-speed manual, a CVT automatic, and lastly a 4-speed automatic. That's a torque converted automatic. As for the Toyota Passo, it comes with either a CVT transmission, automatic transmission, or a 5-speed manual gearbox. So the drive terrain for the Suzuki Alto, it's either front-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. That's the same as the Toyota Passo. You can also get it in either a front-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. Now looking at the fuel consumption for the Suzuki 660, that engine can achieve a fuel consumption figure of around 24 kilometers per liter. Whereas looking at the Passo, for the 1-liter engine, you're looking at around 22 kilometers to the liter. Whereas the 1.3, you're looking at around 20 kilometers per liter. Of course, that depends on how you drive. For the fuel tank for the Suzuki Alto, it's around 35 liters. As for the Toyota Passo, it's around 40 liters. Now let's move on to the insurance cost. For the third party, it's 7,000 shillings per annum for the Suzuki Alto, and for the comprehensive insurance, it's 60,000 shillings per annum. As for the Toyota Passo, the third party, it's 7,000 shillings per annum. As for the comprehensive, it's 19,000 shillings per annum. So we can see here that in terms of insurance, the Suzuki is quite expensive in terms of the comprehensive insurance. So now let's move on to service costs. In terms of the minor service, it should be done after every 5,000 kilometers for both vehicles. So for the Suzuki, it will cost around 6,000 shillings. And for the Passo, it will cost around 7,000 shillings. Now these figures depend on where you choose to service your vehicle, as well as the quality of parts which you use. For the major service, for both vehicles, it's done after every 10,000 kilometers. So for the Suzuki, it will cost around 14,000 shillings, and as for the Passo, it will cost around 16,000 shillings. So now let's talk about size. So visually, the Passo looks a bit bigger than the Suzuki Alto. In terms of length, the Passo is 3,660 millimeters. Width, it's 1,665 millimeters, and the wheelbase is 2,440 millimeters. When you look at the Suzuki Alto, in terms of length, it's 3,495 millimeters. The width is 1,475 millimeters, and its wheelbase is 2,400 millimeters. So here we can see that in terms of the dimensions, the Passo is bigger. And this is even reflected on the inside. The Passo packs a lot more space than the Suzuki Alto. So In terms of weight, the Suzuki Alto is 710 kilograms and the Passo weighs 930 kilograms. So the Passo is heavier by 220 kilograms. You would expect a big difference in terms of fuel consumption due to the additional 220 kilograms the Passo has, but that's not the case. In fact, the difference in fuel consumption between the Suzuki and the Passo 1 liter is marginal. It's only around 2 kilometers per liter, despite all that additional weight. So I think that's a plus on the Toyota Passo. It's a bit heavier, but it consumes less fuel. That heaviness results in better handling. It's not as light as the Suzuki Alto. So now let's move on to suspension. Both of these cars have McPherson struts at the front, and at the rear they also have coil springs for both of them. But there's a difference in how they have been tuned, because the Passo handles a bit better. It has a bit of a softer ride compared to the Suzuki, which has a bit of a harsh ride. So they have the same types of suspension, but the tuning is different. That's why the Passo is a bit softer in terms of its ride. So in terms of spare parts, Passo being a Toyota, the spare parts are a bit on the expensive side. But overall, both vehicles in terms of spare parts, they are affordable and easily available. So I hope this was helpful. If you're out there looking to buy either of these two cars, I doubt you can go wrong with either of them. The Toyota Passo packs a lot of space. It has a soft ride. It might be expensive to purchase, more expensive than the Suzuki to purchase, but in terms of comprehensive insurance, it's so much cheaper compared to the Suzuki Alto. But both of them are quite reliable if well taken care of. The spare parts are easily available and they are affordable. So going for either of them, you won't go wrong with either of them. So let me know in the comment section below which one of them you would go for if you were to buy one of these two cars. So thank you for watching. Kindly share, kindly subscribe. I've also done a review on the Suzuki Alto. There's a link in the description box.